So a molecule can have more than one parent chain, right? It can have two or more parent chain that is of identical length. So let's talk about how do I handle such a situation, right? Firstly, let us first acknowledge that this molecule and this molecule, they're the same molecule, right? So I'm going to call this A and I'm going to call this B. They're the same molecule. First thing we're going to do is find the long chain in the molecule. This particular molecule has two long chains. So I'm going to identify the long chain in one molecule. I'm going to use one molecule to identify the long chain, and I'm going to draw the second long chain in the same molecule over using B, right? So let's identify our long chain, the first long chain in the molecule, right? So remember, our goal is to connect our carbons without making a triangle. That's long chain number one. This is 7 carbons in this chain. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one long chain. Remember, A and B are the same molecule. I need you to bear that in mind. Let's identify the other long chain that is in the same molecule, and I'm going to use blue to identify the second long chain. And remember, the long chains, they're of identical length. So over here, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this molecule has two long chains, two parent chains that are of the same length. The length is identical. It's 7 carbons in each long chain. So if you notice, I drew one long chain in red, right? And then I drew the second long chain in blue. So the question is now, what am I supposed to do? I have two long chains in the same molecule. This is what you need to do. Whenever this happens, right? Remember, anything that is hanging off of your long chain, right, that is not a part of the long chain, which is this, and this, they're considered substituents or branch groups, right? I'm going to circle them. So let's use green to circle our branch groups. So pay attention, the 7 carbons we spoke about. If you have forgotten branch groups, you can go back, right? We looked at that before. So here is one group that is not a part of the long chain. It's hanging off of the long chain, so too is this one, right? Over here, that group is hanging off of the long chain, so too is this group. So I have 3 substituents here, or branch groups. Over here, I only have 2 substituents. So if you run into a situation like this, where the molecule has 2 parent chains of equal length, you need to go with the option that has the most substituents. So for example, with my red long chain, right, I have 3 substituents. With my blue long chain or parent chain, the longest chain here, I have 2 substituents. So to name this molecule, right, you're going to go with A as your longest chain and not B, because B is also along your parent chain of identical length, right? B also has a chain with 7, but notice B only has 2 substituents. So 2 or more parent chain, find them, find the chains, and then look to see if who have which one of them has the most substituents.